Hello everybody, NoobTuber here, and today we are going to be talking about the Razer Raiju pros and cons, and what I like about this controller and what I don't like. So let's start with the cons. One of the cons, or two of the cons, would actually be these rear buttons. Usually when you first connect the controller to your PS4 without customizing it, like connecting it to the app, right's going to be circle and the left's going to be X. Now, if you play a game like Fortnite, it's going to be annoying for you, or maybe if you're playing other games and you have to do something with the circle and the X, which is most likely. Then, when you're playing, pretend I'm playing, and then I accidentally misclick this while I'm playing Fortnite, and then I go into boulder mode by accident. If you have circle, bind it as your boulder mode. And then that's bad, because then you're going to go to boulder mode, and you're going to start panicking, and if you're getting shot at, even worse. So, you should go onto the Razer app and definitely you can unassign it, or you can change the button or anything, or you have to try and stop clicking that accidentally. And it's pretty hard because, yeah, it's like right at the back, and your fingers usually rest here, and misclicking these two buttons have actually caused me victory royales. So yeah. And the second con would be, like how I said, you should connect it to the Razer app. The Razer app actually is terrible, and I saw lots of terrible reviews. Basically, after you connect it once, it's fine, but then when you try to connect it again, it just won't recognize your controller, and it's saying that you can't find the connection, and that's pretty bad and pretty annoying. The only solution is, well, for me, to uninstall the app and then reinstall it again. Well, if you're lucky, it will connect, but the app was rated 3 stars and I saw lots of terrible reviews. So you should hopefully know what you're going to make the button, and if you're happy with it. Otherwise, you'll have to uninstall the app and reinstall it again just to customize your controller. Even with the lights, you better select which kind of light you like. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have to uninstall and reinstall the app. And well, it's not really a con, but well, now we're just talking about the controller. Now, usually when I play, I feel like these two buttons are kinda useless, because I don't really use them. I would be using the rear buttons. I made this X and this square. I don't know if that's good, but when I'm playing, I never really use these buttons, because when I'm playing Fortnite, I'm too focused on switching the trigger stoppers, shooting, building, moving, all of that, and you never really notice that these two buttons are here to press them. I'm not sure if you use these buttons, but I don't use these buttons. As you can tell, I have used the extended joystick, because apparently my friends are saying that it's better for some reason. I don't understand why people are saying this is better. Apparently it helps with your aim or something like that. I'm trying to get used to this, and yeah. One of the cons, again, I keep on switching subjects. One of the cons again for me is when I try to connect my PS4 controller to my PS4, even though it is already connected, like when I try to connect it via Bluetooth, it's on USB right now because I sit close to my TV, so I can use the USB cord. By the way, that USB cord is pretty long, so it's pretty good for you if you sit a little away from the TV. But if you are playing like from your couch and the TV's like across the room, then yeah, it's not good for you. Even plus if you play with your friends, because basically I don't understand why, but it just won't connect to my PS4. And even worse, if you have friends that you play with, voice chats, the mic, it's a nice mic, all for the mic, but it only works in USB mode. It doesn't work on the wirelessly. You have to have the USB connected, and that is not nice if you are sitting on your couch and the TV's again across the room. And if you play close to your TV, then really doesn't matter unless you don't want to have the USB wire on. So yeah, that is one of the cons, and it's pretty annoying. And let's see. Now I'm just gonna go back probably to talking about the controller. Even though I don't use these buttons, like, you can't lie, it feels so nice, and it's like mouse clicks. Let me just doesn't that sound awesome? It sounds so nice, including the pad. All of the buttons and that feel so nice. It does take some time getting used to. If you're used to the regular push down buttons, because now it's like a mouse click. So yeah, the D-pad, I'm fine with the D-pad. Although, you know, it just feels a little weird to me because I'm not used to these D-pad where it seems like it's its own individual button. I have tried the alternative D-pad, which is this one, but I don't really use it that much. I have used it like very seldomly. It kind of reminds me of the Xbox 360 D-pad. Pretty sure it looks similar, but like if you like a D-pad where like all the buttons are connected, kind of like that, same with the PlayStation 4 D-pad, then yep, this D-pad's for you. Or if you know, you probably just got off the 360 and you recently bought a PS4, and you know, you just bought this controller with the PS4, then yeah, that D-pad's for you. Or you know, if you just like that D-pad, then again, it's for you. It does feel pretty weird to me, but it's a nice D-pad. I like how it's its own individual button. One thing that, you know, also feels weird to me, I'm not complaining, but not the trigger stoppers, but like, I don't know, this just doesn't feel as nice as the regular PlayStation ones. I mean, it does go down a little bit more. What I would say is when I'm playing Fortnite and you try to rapid fire without your trigger stoppers, if you're shooting rapidly like this, you see, I'm not going all the way up. Basically, from if I was doing it in stop motion like here, the button doesn't respond, and basically it thinks that you're not tapping it. So really, that's not good. So that's why you have the trigger stoppers. It does feel weird with the trigger stoppers. Like you feel like the buttons are being pressed. Well, that's why it's called trigger stoppers. But yeah, that will definitely help you. So like, you have to remember to put the trigger stoppers on. But that's also one of the things you're not always gonna remember. Like when you're in panic, you can't, like, and you're shooting back and you're aiming and all of that, you can't just put the trigger stoppers on. Like probably half the time you'll forget they're even there, and that's the thing, because you're gonna be so focused on the fight, you'll forget that the trigger stoppers even exist probably. Because I mean, that's happened to me. The joysticks, I like the concave joysticks. It's like the PS4. I haven't really used the domed one because I don't like domed joysticks. I just don't like the feel of it. Like it's kind of like a Fortnite AR crosshair. Like the these things in the concave feels a little weird, but I'm getting used to it. One of the cons, again, talking about another con, is usually after I play with this, this feels really nice though. Well, that's a pro, but my hands feel sticky after have it on a long time. It like just feels sticky for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it just does feel sticky. If you play close to your TV, then you know, the controller USB is probably gonna get tangled, so that's probably a con for you. I play close to my TV, so yeah, it does get tangled, but easy, I can just move further away. If you're playing on a monitor and you have it wired, and you know, it gets all over the table and you feel uncomfortable, well, that's a con for you, and I'm not sure what you can do. A con, well, not really a con. I mean, you can choose if you want it like this, but you would have to go onto the Razer app, or you can use this little button right here. When you first get the controller and you plug it in via USB, this thing's gonna be mad bright. If you play in dark areas, it's all gonna be really bright. So what you can do is you can hold this down and use the up and down D-pad buttons to make the brightness higher or lower. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature, but one useless feature I feel is this lock button. I'm not sure why this lock button's here. It disables the share and this button. I'm not sure what else it disables, but it's just, why would you do that? I'm not sure if this would really be a con for me, but other people, like, if you're just playing with your joysticks or something like this, and oh no, it accidentally comes off. I don't know how you'd manage to make it come off, but yeah, that's one of the bad things. Like, this thing could come off and it can get lost, so that is a con if you somehow manage to get these things lost. And nothing really bad about the touchpad. I like how it feels. It does go in like a little bit deep. They say, like, if you see, for me personally, that's not really a problem. Other than that, whoops, break the controller. The controller is actually not that bad. I would recommend buying it as a second decision, because apparently people are saying the Astro C40 is a really good controller, and it probably beats this controller. But I have seen a lot of other reviews saying that this is a really good controller too, so this could be your second decision if you don't want to buy the Astro C40. I think they cost about around the same price, I'm not sure, but it's a really nice controller, and I would recommend buying it if you have the money. I mean, if you really want to buy it. Pretty cool. Let me just do this. I mean, it doesn't really affect if you do have that joystick on. I just like to keep it neat. And I'm not sure what this is for in the case. But other than that, good controller. I like it. You should buy it. And yeah, that's, I guess, talking about the controller done. It's NoobTuber here, and I will see you in another video. Might be tomorrow, might not be tomorrow, but you know what? You'll see me again. I know it if you follow my channel. Like and subscribe, please. I have slots at the same time as my friend, and he has 400 subscribers apparently. If you're not going to subscribe to me, please go subscribe to him. It's _Ryan ! He has 400 subscribers. He recently reached it, and he's trying to reach 500. So go help him out. If you want to help both of us out, thank you very much. If you would like, thanks again. But I'll see you later, or never. I don't know. It depends if you want to stick around or not. Bye.